Karpov plays his 8th move, bishop a6, the world champion shares with us the secrets of his preparation.
Karpov won several games with this opening, and normally they all played knight d2 here. Prepare this move b3. It's an interesting line. You know, white is behind black in to develop pieces, but they have some advantages. One is the pawn structure, because if you play f6 or d6, I change pieces and then they have better endgame.
So this is a new move?
Not a new move, but a very rare move. Plus this bishop, you know, very strange what he's doing here. And this black should play very, very active to use this advantage, and it's not Karpov. Plus, yeah, there are many moves in the position, many moves. It's f6, queen h4, long castle, g6, and Karpov played long castle. It's normal reaction, which is maybe not very good. And I play this interesting innovation, g3.
So this is
a new plan, you know. There's double fianchetto, and the idea is just to play isolated bishop, and finally this knight would go back, and plus king is in it. Rook a, bishop b2, f6, bishop g2, takes on a5, castle.
So what is assessment now at the moment?
White is better.
White is better.
White is maybe
the pawn is not
better.
important.
Pawn will disappear, but look at pieces, you know. Karpov tried the only chance. Because if we play normally, you know, I play the central strategy, and
so
yeah, and now I made a serious mistake. I played queen d2.
This is a mistake.
I think this is a serious mistake, and it's not a big secret, you know. It's a mistake because look, I have an advantage in the center, and it's for me it's necessary to win the pawn and to change queens. And just to play, why not play rook e1, for instance? Just it's a strength.
After Kasparov's 14th move, queen d2, the fight becomes very tense. As the duel gets underway, Garry Kasparov will give us his impressions after his 18th move. Queen takes a7.
Now the position changed, you know. His bishop was very bad here. My bishop was very good here. For instance, his bishop was very bad here. Now his bishop is very good because it plays, you know. It protects king. It plays an important role. My queen is on the side. It's not a bad piece, but anyway, we're not playing now a positional game. We're playing a very tactical game, and it means my positional advantages are not important anymore. It's very good for the end game, you know. And instead of playing in the center, I had to play in the flank. He's playing in the flank. Very complicated. The position now, assessment is unclear.
I think this is one of the best games which we played during this match. Of course, it was much more difficult for me to play this position than for Kasparov because he was familiar with some ideas. Even somebody told me that this position was on their chessboard before the game, but they didn't consider my move. And I think I thought for a long time, and so I could find the best way to get counterplay.
So what was your move here?
This was queen g4, very, very good and very, very interesting move.
And then he played knight a3?
Yes, he played knight a3. This is clear because he wants to bring knight to a6 or to play c5 and knight c4.
So you played h4?
Yes, I have to get some counterplay.
He played knight c2?
Knight c2, yes.
h3?
h3, which is also very important, and probably in connection with queen g4, this was just a great idea, because black has no time just to exchange pawns on the king side, because then they will lose quite soon. But to create some problems to the king, especially with h3 pawn.
H3, very interesting move.
Interesting.
Interesting, yes, interesting move. I played bishop h1.
And now this move.
But maybe he could do something better, yes, knight e4 here. It's a very nice psychological trap, yes, tactical trap. F3.
Can we maybe show it?
Yes, d3. Mate.
And mate.
Okay, good.
Players watch each other like hawks. Masha, Kasparov's wife, even looks nervous. Anatoly Karpov too seems tense, as does Gary's mother, Clara. Kasparov stares at the board. And now he drops his queen back to f1. What does Karpov think about this defensive move?
When he should defend the position, I think he defended the best way, and so I must say that this maneuver with queen f1 attack pawn on h3, this was very strong and very good in time pressure. So Kasparov deserves good remarks over his defense in this position.
Both players are now in extreme time pressure. Karpov sacrifices this exchange and Kasparov must recapture. Now Karpov starts checking. You can feel the tension. He checks again and the king goes back to the corner. Another check. The time control seems to have been reached. What does Garry Kasparov now think?
I think it was about equal. I wouldn't need to win too much, and my position was dangerous then. I think it should be draw now.
And now?
It should be draw.
When did you prepare this?
Sorry?
When did you prepare this? This move?
In Spain, and then here we analyzed it. Actually, we prepared the whole strategy here in France. I mean, we wanted to make a surprise.
Okay.
Interesting.
Thank you very much, Gary. Thank you.
The game was agreed drawn, so challenger and champion go into the 15th game with 7 points each. The 15th game of the match. Garry Kasparov studies the board as he waits, and as usual, Anatoly Karpov arrives late. True to himself, Karpov plays d4, and Kasparov has played the Grunfeld defence. He receives a surprise though on the 11th move. What does the challenger think of this?
Right.
Very strong move.
Very strong move.
I mean, he's starting to attack and to mate me. I can always change queens, but then we'll go straight to the very unpleasant endgame for black. And unfortunately, this exchange is the only way to stop the attack.
It's the only way.
I think it's a refutation of the line, e6.
This is a refutation.
Absolutely. It looks very obvious, but
How come that there was such a hole in your preparation?
I think it's because of very intensive preparation, and we had to do so many things which should be done during the pre-match preparation.
So even the world champion and his team can sometimes miss a simple move,
Definitely,
which is like bishop h6.
Definitely.
On move 14, Kasparov swaps off the queens, and Karpov recaptures with king takes d2. As we reach the endgame, Kasparov prepares to defend his position. Move 18, bishop d3. Is Kasparov worried about this move?
He had many plans.
Okay.
Knight e7.
Yes.
I think Karpov had many plans here. He could play g4, g5. He played a good plan.
Maybe it's a problem to have many plans.
He actually had 3 plans, you know.
Yes.
h5, or then h6, or g4, g5, or h5, and the takes and rook h2. It's a problem, but anyway, he had a big advantage.
Karpov gets more pushy. He plays 20, h takes g6. Kasparov recaptures, h takes g6. And now rook to h2.
It's a good plan, because now he wants to force me to change all rooks and then to play e5 and to...
And this is adapted to his style also.
Yes, but he spent a lot of time trying to choose the right plan.